This is the tool we had last time. This was a very interesting tool, made from scratch in Blueprint. It has 6 buttons and that's it. Select an axis and rotate the asset. Sounds super simple, right? And quite redundant because we have this functionality in Unreal. But the whole point was that we created this tool ourselves, like this. Okay? That's the tool. That's the graph. It looks like standard Blueprint, but it's an editor utility Blueprint. This is the interface made in UMG, which is Unreal Engine's tool for designing interfaces. Just as a recap, you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. In general, UMG is all about being able to drop certain widgets, place them in relation to each other, and then every button, every widget has a list of functions that we can override. By default, they do nothing. So for example, you click on a button, go to the bottom, and on clicked, you can create an event, a function that does something. In our case, what it does is that it gets the editor of the level of the map, founds the currently selected actors, and for each actor, it adds 45 degrees of rotation. And that's all. But we also have a selection of axes. So we did our own enum, which contains the available axes. It's right here in, where is it here? E, rotator to axis, basically X, Y, Z or none, with none being default. Based on this selection, it rotates in the given direction. So now we have a axis button and a rotation button. Like so. So this was the whole idea and it worked quite fine, I think. As for, the very simplistic example. But what we should do now is we should try to actually create some assets on disk, because this is map editing. So you have to place an actor and you can do something to it. It all happens to the map. But what if we're able to, for example, create our own material instance based on something, based on some parameters, right? Let's try this today. So the first distinction is that we have objects in the level, actors, like so, and they are called by Unreal actors, usually. Sometimes this is an object reference, while these in the content browser are called assets. So file is an asset, is a file. It has its path, as you can see. In this case, it's game, procedural level, blueprints. It's kind of related to what you can see on the left, but not exactly, because as you can see, there is no game here. It's called content. But this whole thing, this path, is what Unreal sees internally. So this is for the user, and this is the actual real path here. Okay, so we have our rotator 3000. Let's keep it like it is. Instead of creating a new one, I will just edit this one, okay? So back to designer here. And what we can do for the beginning, what we can do, we can maybe do a similar color selection and update a material instance, just as an exercise. And keep in mind, whatever we're doing here on the stream with tools, this is not, production stuff. This is experimenting to find as many features as possible, which then you will use for your own purposes. Okay, And if you have ideas, what to test, what would you like to see, what you're missing in case of tools in Unreal, let me know. We have plenty of time to try. Okay. So everything in UMG is divided into these boxes, horizontal box that occupy some space or fill in the available space. This one is a spacer, which makes sure that all the other widgets are as contracted as possible. Okay, so now I add, and this is all in the previous video, by the way. So now I add a new horizontal box here. By the way, it's better to drag and drop in the hierarchy window than here, because here you need precision and here you just place one, you know, logically. Okay, sorry for the super lame widget. I would really prefer a color picker, like normally in Unreal, but for some reason I couldn't find it, or I can't make this dynamic property to work. Let's find about it later. For now we have a color picker through sliders. And what I try to do is to change a material instance on disk. So a material instance selected in the content browser, okay? That's the idea. It's just a test, nothing, you know, practical. But yeah, it's about modifying assets on disk through Blueprint without any C++. Okay, so this slider, let's name it slider color R, slider color G, and slider color B. And these rename accordingly. Red, green, and blue. All right. And now let's select this grid panel again. Cool. Actually, whatever here, to be honest. Padding. Padding is alright, but I want padding inside. So maybe these sliders should get a padding. Possible? Yeah, from the left, 5 pixels. Cool. That's it. Now we have to somehow select the instance, the file to modify, okay? There is a combo box. There's a list of available things. We may use that. Basically find. Hey Jimmy, how are you? Have you done something in Unreal this week? I will try to use. Combo box is okay. I can just list available assets and, you know, allow user to choose it from combo box. But ideally, I think we could spend some time to try getting this. So an actual selection thing, asset selection thing. And I guess it was, it's related to the single property view, but I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. Let me Google that thing actually. That's another overload on object change. Const f on object set takes a reference to f on object set, which is a delegate type declared in property customization helpers h. So I added an f on set object delegate to my UWidget class, passed a reference to that on object change, and used bind UObject on delegate to my UWidget class constructor to bind the delegate to a member function that takes const f asset data, and voila, a working callback. Yes. Yeah. Okay, how to do that? Ideas, details view element, so this, just like so. Not horizontal box, vertical box. And you mean that now I have categories to show, properties to show. none. But the properties have to be specified through the graph. So like details view on construct, set the object node. Yeah, that's what I guess, but how is it called exactly? Set object, just set object. All right. I can then limit the properties on it to be, how it could be called? Properties to show. Let me check. Let's compile that. Now it should show our material. Where is it? Yeah, there is parent. Oh, but textures are not there. Texture parameters are empty. That's interesting. Because it's probably an instance, not an asset. Or they are not the dynamic properties. Anyway, this is good, but I want something like selector of which asset I choose. Okay, so now I need this this property to be currently selected material. Okay, or just selected material. Sorry guys, it was off screen. Okay, so property selected material, I mean variable. It should be of type actually material instance. What is material instance actor? What is that thing? Constant and dynamic. Constant, I think. And select the material, yes. And the single property view, let's rename it to, I have to rename it here. Let's name it to prop selected material. Cool. And it will check the property name called selected material. Like so. And let's try now. Going back to content drawer, right click, run. Yeah, selected material. I can choose the material like this. Now let's just change the order. This thing itself, horizontal box, it should be within a vertical box or shouldn't? Just like this. Padding 10 pixels. No. Give me a second. Okay, cool. 20 from the top. There will be this material selection. That's good. And then I want to list available color properties so that I can set this. So I think what I need would be a drop-down. So let's duplicate this stuff. Let's duplicate this stuff. I have this whole box with the grid panel. All right. Now, the user will select a material from the available assets. The combo box should be filled with available properties that are of type color or vector, actually. And then we'll be able to modify this property, making it automatically save this asset. or maybe a save button. Let's see. Okay. So the first thing that needs to happen, hi Piatnashkin, how are you? The first thing that needs to happen is that whenever we choose an object, whenever we choose a material, we should find its properties and put it in the combo box as options. Okay? So in the events, on property changed. On property changed. Property name. I don't know if I care about this. I think not. On property changed. I want to get the currently selected material. For now, just for now, let's print its name to test if it works. So print string. Print string. Oh, sorry. Okay. Get name. No name. Path name. Okay. So whenever user selects another material, this should print. Let's try. By the way, guys, if you know of any faster method of running this widget than going here, let me know. Let me know. Can it be docked, but on the bottom? Not there. There. Settings. Nothing. Whatever. Anyway. Right click, run. Okay, now I change that. Oh, and it even occludes the viewport, really? Okay. Now I change that. And it's printed. But does it print the right thing? No. It prints the property path. Oh my. That's not what I wanted. I want get editor property. Ah, sorry. I'm taking the widget. I wanted selected material. Now. Ah. Cool. Let's run. Oh, sorry, haven't saved. Let's run. Selected material. This. Okay. Cool. It gets printed on the top. Very good. So we know our asset. Now I think we can open it and list its properties. Piatnashkin, I tried docking it as a constant tab, but when I dock it as a constant tab, it goes to the left here. I don't know why. Maybe I'm in full screen or something. No, it just goes to the left. No idea. How to drag that? Come on. I really want it to be on the bottom. Lock content browser. No. No idea. Okay. So now we have the asset. We know it. It's in the property, in the variable. So we can get its properties. Get parameter names. Yes. Get vector parameter names. Fantastic. Now, for every such name, okay, no. First things first. We should do a sequence. That's good. Now there are these names. First thing I would like to clear this combo. Oh, sorry, not this. Clear this combo box. Clear. Clear options. Yes. Okay. Now it's empty. Then for every parameter available, I want to add the option in this combo box. Like, oh, come on. Like, add options. Yeah. For each let's add that thing. Very good. And this is all we need. Let's try. Content drawer. Run editor utility widget. I'm selecting a material and no. It's there. Cool. But the default option is off. Okay. Close. So as the last thing, I want to set selected option. Oh, by name? Really? That selected index. Oh, okay. 0. What if there are none? What if there are none? So get count, get option count, only if it's bigger than 0, then do it, right? Otherwise we'll have a crash, probably. Not a crash, but an error. So if we have any options, let's select this option. Okay. Okay. Select material. This. Huh. Oh, it selects, but the text is black. God, that's problematic. How did it happen? Font Roboto size 8 style text color white, selected text color black. Why not something else? Very weird, I must say. Oh, what I did. Very weird. That by default I have black text. What's foreground color? Let's try white. Okay, cool. So foreground color is the default text color. Very good. It doesn't have to be bold, it can be normal. Okay, cool. We have our material property. Very good. Now, on these sliders, we can update this property. Let's try. Let's try. It may be the risky part because we'll be modifying a live asset. Okay, so on value changed. I don't know if it won't be too often. Let's try. So on value change of the color red slider. Oh, we need one more slider, I think the alpha, but that's for later. Selected material. Let's do get parameter, get vector parameter source. Get material instance vector parameter value. What's the source? Get vector source. What's this? Returns the path of the asset where the parameter originated. Split struct. Whether it was found or not. Okay. Let's get it. Parameter name would be our current option. So it will be our current option. So combo box, get selected option, convert it to name. Okay. And first I need to do it here after loading the stuff. So if there was any option, then first I set selected index to it, sequence, and the second thing I do, maybe I don't have to do it actually. Yeah, I don't have to do it. No, if there is any option, that's actually that's important. If there is any option, then get this vector thing. I may actually need a function for that. Let's pack it. Let's pack it and let's call it set or load read color, read material color. Cool. I want to do that. So inside I need, this will be for later, sequence, and the first thing I do, I want to get the color under the given name. So selected material, no, give me a second. Material is one thing, but combo box material property, get selected option. Yeah, this thing. We had it already, sorry. My god. I want to store it in a variable. So promote to local variable and color old, or just color value. That's one thing. So I just read the color that was there in this property. Or just, I don't know. Color value is okay. And then for every slider, I want to set this value. So set value. Oh, by the way, in the sliders, we need to make sure that the maximum value is 1 and minimum is 0. But it's there, it's good. Okay, graph like this. So set to color value, get red, get R. Oh, just split. Yes. I can't sort them? Oh, not good. It will be confusing. B, G, R. RGB from these values. So red, green, and blue. Okay. So what this will do is it will read the current color under this name that we selected from the dropdown and just set the sliders to the appropriate value. Compile. I don't want that thing. Run. Okay, it's here. Selected material, chest logo, body color. Oh, nothing happened. Ah, because I haven't connected it? What? Yeah. No, I did. Read material color. What the hell? How do I print? And it will print the value. Okay. These options are weird, to be honest. Very weird. Material instance, dirt color, always 0. Oh. Parameter name is there. Okay, give me a moment. No, it doesn't add spaces or anything. It should be good. I'm not sure what's going on. It's printing the color value. Get material instance vector parameter value from the selected material. Okay, what's the option name then? Like this, and body color. Nothing. Empty? What? It doesn't print. It doesn't print. Actually, you know, I will do a breakpoint somewhere. There's CMB material property. There's this combo box. There is get selected option. Get selected option. And this all happens on property changed, the material changed. Selected material changed. This works because it adds the options. Ah, on the change of the material, sorry. It's bad. It should happen on the change of the combo box. On selected change. Selection changed. Like so. Like this. Okay. And there's a selected item already, nice. So I can read material color like this. Param name, ring or name, like this. All right. I don't need that thing. I'll just get it from the event. Let's try. Now it gets the name from the event, saves it into a variable, sets the sliders. How will it work? Run. Here. Yay! Sliders set. Very cool. Now we'll need some labels also. Sliders are cool and all, but I need labels. So back to designer. Let's place some label. some label, text. Let's copy the existing text here, like so. And this is text, text color R, text color R, padding 0. This is column 1, so this is column 2. All right. And by default, 0.0. 0.0, and it should have some fixed size. So horizontal alignment to the middle, vertical to the middle as well. Like this. And now I need a fixed size. There is a margin. Justification, super cool. Oh, padding. Whatever, it's a grid. Shouldn't matter that much. Or maybe in the grid I can do, this will be 0.2. Okay. Text R, text G, call row 1, and text B, row 2. Fantastic. Can you set up color picker from the property? I think, Piatnashkin, that now I can. Now I can. I wasn't that knowledgeable 1 hour ago. I think now I can. Let's try in a second. But for now, let's finish this. And the properties, they will be bound. So the text will be bound with this current color. So yeah, how to do it efficiently? Selected material, combo box, get selected option, get vector parameter, value. Should I use this or should I use this? Okay. And from it, it should get the color, split, and it should get red with maximum fractional digits 3. That's okay. UMG trickery level 2. Yeah, almost, but I shouldn't use the trickery if I knew about this property stuff. This, how was it called? Where was it? Single property view. That's what gave us the nice drop down. Okay, I've bound that. Let's try. So I select chest logo, body color. Okay, it works. Of course it works upon selection because I read it straight from the material. I can actually do simpler. I can read it from the slider. I can read that from the slider. So instead of all this, I can just get my slider color R get value, normalize it to these 3 decimal points, 3 fractional digits, sorry, and yeah. Literal int 3. Okay. Now I just have to copy this over, unfortunately, to all the other texts. So text, bind, create binding, and the same thing, but this time from slider G, cool, and B. Text, bind, create binding, the same thing. We'll read the property of slider B. Okay. Did I read from the correct one in the first thing? Bind. What? From R. All right. Let's try. I select something, select HDR tint. It's there. It's there. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So now we have reading of these values. Taburet says, hi, I discovered your YouTube channel recently. It's really dope, man. Thanks, man. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. What did you like expected to find and what did you like there? I mean, which videos and which content? Optimization or this material stuff? Or maybe the building? Now, when we have this working, we should finally update the material. So whenever a slider is changed here on value changed, we should get this material, select the material, and set its vector parameter. This is set material instance vector parameter, but I wonder if we'll be able to save that. Let's see. I think we would. Oh, as you can see when I hover the mouse, target is material editing library. So we're good to go, because it means that this is not the node for the game, it's node for the editor. If you see something like material editing library. Very good. Hi Sumi, thanks for quietly lurking. Good to see you here. What is the next game you will be streaming on the Variety? Because I know that today you skipped your stream. Stardew Valley maybe that you bought recently. Value split. For now it will override this with red. Let's not worry too much. Parameter will be our combo. Get selected option here. Compile. By the way, guys, Sumi Ferry model, if you're interested, is streaming Guild Wars usually, and also some indie games recently. So if that's your kind of thing, I really recommend her stream. Let's check. Body color. Now we'll have to open this material. Open this. Oh, it doesn't work. Why? I can't just... Oh, right. I wonder if when I modify it here, it will modify it here or no? Ah, it's disabled, body color. It doesn't, I think. Maybe no. No. I probably have to update it somehow. Tabulet says the building tutorial was cool and the one on the math. Give me a second, guys.
Masz jedzonko?
Dziękuję bardzo. Let's make a small break in a couple minutes. Oh, so you went through all this 3-hour tutorial of math. Good to know, thanks. I hope you learned something from that. Here, by the way, guys, I have this stuff on Gumroad and I will be updating it this month. I have this techardday.com products and this Techart Essentials. So it's basically based on these concepts from the 3-hour long stream, but much more streamlined. So if you know someone who may benefit from it, please let them know. These are basically the same kind of topics, but each video is like 60 minutes, 20 minutes, super contracted, well edited, I think. I try to, remove all the pauses. It's all recorded from scratch compared to the stream. So it's new material, just the same assets. And this month I will be adding a part about UV manipulation. So planar mapping, 3-planar mapping, automatic, texturing, and how to make a flowing river with a flow map. So that's what I plan to add to it for free this month. Okay, so it's on techardday.com here. And back to this, I wonder, I set the material instance vector parameter, but it doesn't update. So I probably have to save this material or refresh or something. Selected material, save, loaded asset, update material instance. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's see. Let's again open the material. Let's drop it actually on something, Let's drop it on this asset. It will be easier like that. Oh, it vanished. Come on. I don't want any alpha there. Can I disable mask opacity here? I should be able, right? Opaque. Perfect. Okay. Saving so long. Mikael Hunter, hello from Ukraine. Hi. Cool to see you here. Here I do select material again. Body color. Yay! It works. So I can now control the red channel of this body color property like this. So a small success here, guys. We'll add 2 more sliders and then try to save this asset on some button press. Oh, Soggy McFries, thanks for the link. How to use details view and single property view. Nice. That's what I need. My button level sequence. That's a fantastic resource, thank you. Some properties. Editable. Editable. Like this. And then categories to show. Oh my. So I can view my own UMG can view its own properties. That's crazy. So this is how it actually works. All right. All right. This is what we had. whenever a slider gets moved, it updates the color. What we actually want is to maybe replace these sliders with this single property that Soggy McFries proposed. So let's place it here on top. Wait a second, not grid panel, but above that. Cool. Can I disable them for a moment? I can. All right. And here, this property will be prop color, prop or material color. Okay. Like this. And the property name. There's only one. Let's check in a second. For now, it will be none. What I want to do is on the initialization, I also want to set object, but this time on this property. So property material color, set property or set object? Set editor property to something. No. Set object. And the object to track, or maybe there's a path. No. So the object to track should be, give me a moment. There is a property, that's good, but I want to track these materials, another property. Self. Single property is bugged. Okay. So just self. I see. That's okay, but give me a second. Let me take a look again. Because I need a color. I get it. Okay. So instead, I should have a variable that will be material color. It will be of type linear color. Right. And now I want to use this. So selected material color. Details view, yeah, but I think in this it should work. Let's try. If not, then I will fall back to details view. So set object, this material color. No. Okay. Object will be self. Object will be self, and the property name would be material color here. Material color. Can I set the object already here? No. Let's try. Run. Unsupported property. So yeah, this is what you mean? That this is bugged? That it says unsupported property? Okay, so yep, alright. So useless, delete. Yes. Let's replace it with details view and properties to show would be material color, and in the graph it will be in the designer details color. Okay, and this should have set object to self. Okay, on the beginning, right? On event construct. Now let's try that. Huh, thank you. Soggy McFries, fantastic. So now I can select the color. It doesn't do anything yet, but it's here and it works. So now I can tie that to this material. Let's try. So I have this. Now, that should be something like on this property change. Update the material. On property changed. Cool. On property changed. Property name. Does it work like that? It should. Property name is material color. I don't care. I only have one. So I get that. And I set, instead of these sliders, I would delete this slider. I would just set material instance vector parameter. Instance is combo box. No, instance is selected material. And property name is combo box get selected option. Like this. Okay. And I set this color, I can recombine this to the material color. Fantastic. And then I need to update material instance so that if it refreshes in the engine, in all viewports. I think it's a separate function because it's probably more expensive to do than just setting. Okay, so we can set multiple times, then update. Now, I also need to set this material color when loading this property. So on selection changed, read material color, instead of setting sliders, it will set this. Just like that. And everything else will happen automatically because property has changed, I hope. I hope. If not, we'll do a manual refresh. Cool. Give me a moment. All right. Now what I do, I try how it works. So this, run. I select this material, select the property. Oh yeah, it gets filled. And now I change that. Oh, perfect. See, we change it and it changes the material. Why does it say default here? Fantastic stuff. Cool, Piatnashkin. I'm also glad that it works. So only I want to get rid of the sliders now. Sliders are here. Delete. They are used in graph. Wait. I want to delete their texts first. And the sliders. Yes. Yeah, I think. No grid panel. Yeah, now in the graph I need to find the references. Let's just compile and find it there. There is get value. These are the functions for getting the text. Okay, it should compile. So now again, rotator tool. Let's rename it to Deckard toolbox. It's here. Let's run it. All right. Select the material this, property this. Yeah. Okay, now I would like to get rid of this default on top. I don't know if it's possible, but let's see. Color to set. There should be some hide default, I think. Allow scroll bar. Categories to show. is enabled, yeah. Can it hide category names? Force hidden property visibility, no. Show scroll bar. What's this? Yeah, there shouldn't be a scroll bar. I don't know. Ah, whatever. I don't care that much. Okay, now we're modifying this, but we still need to save that. So in the graph, oh no, we should have another button. In all that, we should have a horizontal box, like so. What? Oh, come on. Yes. And within it, there should be a button. Is there a button? Yeah. Fill. But what about this button? Wait a second. Why is it so big? How did I do it here? Buttons is filling all this. And the thing itself is vertically aligned. Okay. Button. Ah, I need text. Okay, I'll just copy the existing button. Horizontal box. Cool. The text will be save material. This will be like so. Okay, now it works. And this will be like so. Perfect. Now alignment to the right. Very good. Or maybe actually fill everything. And this should be aligned to the right. And I need a spacer. Spacer. Huh? Where's spacer? Here. Did it add anything? Oh, it did. Okay, spacer, cool, but I want it to fill like this. Okay. Save material. Perfect. Why is it so wide? Okay, I don't know. Padding maybe? Or here? 0? I don't know. Save material. Yes. Button. Save material. And on press. On press. No, this is just text. This is a button. Save material. On pressed or on clicked? On clicked. On pressed is just beginning of the hold. So on clicked, it should take the material, the selected material, and save it. Save loaded asset. Only if it's dirty, so only if it's changed. Yes. Let's try. We have a content browser. We run this tool. We have our material. Material was chest logo. As you can see, it has an asterisk, a star on the thumbnail, so it's not saved. Logo, you need to get lunch. Okay. Have a good one. And look at it now. Can I browse to it? Yeah, it's here, as you can see. Unsaved. Now I changed it. The thumbnail changes very nicely because it's Unreal Engine, so everything works. And now save material. Perfect. It saves. Right? I can change it. I can now revert it because I haven't saved it. Can I reload? Everything working like expected. Now let's try if the material has more options. Yeah, it works too. Okay, so this is it. We have material editor. It doesn't make much sense, you know. Actually, we can make an auto selection button that you have an asset and it will take the first material it has. So back to this tool. Back to this tool. We have... we need a new button. Save material is one thing, but we should also have here pick from selection. Like so. Let's call it pick from actor. Like this. And justification middle button pick material from actor, and upon click it should get the editor level editor subsystem, what we learned in the first part. By the way, guys, a reminder for those who weren't here from the beginning, on techartay.com you have making editor tools part 1. So if you missed the introduction to this tool making, everything is here explained as the week ago. Okay, techartay.com. So level editor subsystem get selected, how was it called? Actors? There was something like that, right? We had it on top with this rotation stuff. Handle axis, yeah. Editor actor subsystem, sorry. Oh my god, editor actor subsystem. Get selected actors. Then we need the first one, but we need to check if any is selected. So if length of this is bigger than 0, branch. If any actor is selected, basically, then it should get the first one, get a copy. Oh shit, I want a reference. But maybe it's actually a reference. We need to get the first one. We need to get its materials. What is it? Isn't it an actor? Actor. Cast to static mesh actor, basically. Because, you know, static mesh actor. And if, only if, it went through, get materials from static mesh component. No, but it doesn't have to be static mesh actor, it can be anything. I'd rather get components by class. Static mesh components. Like this. Can I get by multiple classes? Can I put an array here? Like make array and just array of wildcards. Class. Class. I just want the class. Retailer class. Retailer static mesh component class. maybe like this. No. It's a component, but not a class. Whatever. Get components by class. Static mesh for now. Let's not support instance and so on yet. Okay. So, component. Yeah. But just one component? I want all. Or the first one. Or all. I don't know. The first one. Whatever. We only select one material anyway. So, yeah. Then get materials. And again, if length of this is, oh my god, I need to make it a local variable. So I'll pack it all into function pick material from actor. Okay. Now I can make a local variable. So get materials. Promote to local variable and materials in actor. Like this. So first we get selected level actors. If the branch is, if there are any actors, then we get the component and set the materials. Right. Let's do it as sequence. And the second thing, we need to get the first of these materials. So, length, if length is bigger than 0, then branch again. So if the actor has any material set, right? We want to avoid a situation where it doesn't have any. If it has any material set, then again, we get the first one. Like this. Get the first one. And we set this selected material stuff. Where is it? Selected material. We set that to this material. What? Material interface. Oh, wait a second, because maybe it's not an instance. Maybe it's an actual material. So first we have to cast material instance. Constant. It's good. Material interface. Let's see if it even goes through. So let's print for now. If it even goes through. Content browser. This thing again. I need to restart it. Okay. Pick from actor. Yeah. Chest logo. Very good. So picking works. Now, let's set the material to this. So no, there's a lot of steps because there's a lot of corner cases. We just want to get a material from actor, right? But what if the actor isn't a static actor? What if it's a volume? What if it's a light? Then of course we can't. And there is more. There is like, okay, so this is, we know that this is an actor, that anything is selected actually, because it may not be, right? Like this. then if it has a material and if this material is a material instance. So there's a lot of corner cases to cover. That's why it gets so complicated as a spaghetti. But we're there and it finds it if everything went well. So I want to set this material. Now, whenever this material thing changes, I want to update the combo box. So again, in the main thing, there is on selection change material property. Cool. On property change. Let's see. Let's see if it goes through this on property changed material. If I change it programmatically. Let's run it. Pick from actor. No. As you can see, if we do it by hand, it works. But if we do it programmatically, it doesn't. It doesn't. So this nice event that we have, this nice event that we have on property changed, it doesn't fire when we do stuff from code. And this actually, mostly it's good. In most cases it's good. But this time I would like it to happen. So there is on property changed. I can do it manually. Take a look. I have my pick material from actor. And after this picking, I can just call this thing on property changed. So call. Or can I? Wait a second. Can't I just call this on property changed? So what is the red pin for? I thought I could just do it like, run or something. I won't like to pack it into a function unnecessarily. Oh, but maybe I can do prop selected material, and now I can do on changed. No, assign on property changed. Bind event to an on property change. I already bound. The problem is I would like to call this event. This one. Can I do it somehow? Do you guys know? Can I take this pin and just do, call or run or something? Let me pack it into a function that will be called handle material selected. Okay, so handle material selected, pick material from actor, and if all this has happened, then handle material selected. Now it should work. So I just manually call this function. Pick. Yeah, it's good. Now the property doesn't select, so let's add it as well. So whenever this material was selected, what it was doing, it adds the option, and at the end, I want to set the option on the combo. Set option. To the first option. So set index, actually. Index 0. If there are no options, then we have a problem. So maybe let's just do it only if option count is bigger than 0. Like so. And branch. If it's bigger than 0, then just set it to the first thing available. And here again, this was changed. So maybe let's bind it to something. Because you know, selection is changing, so I want to refresh the color now. There's the whole cascade of dependencies. On selection changed, it already is there. I would really like to know how to make it react to programmatic events too. For now, I just have to pack into function again and do handle parameter choice changed or parameter chosen. Okay. And again, in this handle material selected, I want to run handle parameter chosen. It's too manual, but oh well. What is this input string? Parameter name. Parameter name. Okay. It should be a name. It should be a name. So, oh, come on. Like this. And have the material selected. It already knew this name. So we can set selected index, then we can get option text. Option at index, also 0. And here. Let's, oh, wait a second. Let's try. So now, to recap, I have packed all these behaviors into functions, so I can call them whenever I change something programmatically, like select an actor from the level and read its material. I want to also update the color. So run. And now picking from the actor, yay, it fills the color, it changes the property, it selects the material. Okay, so I think that's enough, at least enough technical stuff for today. And thank you Soggy McFries for this article. You guys are indispensable because I really, you know, I need your help sometimes. I don't like to get stuck. So we recreated a part of Unreal, just put inside one window. What was that? What's this little checkbox? Okay, have a good one. See ya.